So you really want to know what the most advanced computer looks like? Not because it is modern, but because it was developed around 40,000 years ago. When one of the first living creatures evolved, a computer was formed. But when humans walked on Earth as a separate species from the rest of the world, a supercomputer was formed. Yes, you guessed it right, it's the human brain. Before we list the most fascinating facts about the supercomputer locked inside our skulls, I want you to participate in this challenge. Ask a friend what the most powerful computer looks like. If they reply with anything other than a biological brain, tell them they're wrong. Give them hints as they give more guesses. But ultimately what you're trying to do is capture their reaction to the answer. Comment how it goes and how they reacted to it in the comment section down below. They can't argue because the word compute means taking data input, processing it, and then producing a reasonable output. Whether it's in a machine or your own brain, data is still being processed. Something that computes is logically a computer. You can even win a bet on this. Although all of these are fascinating, number 1 will literally blow your mind. Like the video right now to say you're ready for it. Number 10. You can see through your ears. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and change itself throughout a person's lifetime, is truly a remarkable thing. In 2011, researchers compared the brain activity of individuals who were born blind and those who had normal vision. They found that the part of the brain that's normally wired to work with the eyes can instead rewire itself to process sound information instead of visual perception. Pretty cool, right? Number 9. Almost half of a child's energy goes to fuel their brain. In order for the brain to stay running at top notch, it requires significant amounts of energy. And this is even more true for young children who are still learning, processing, and developing at a fast rate. Scientists at Northwestern University discovered recently that in the preschool years, when a child's brain development is faster, physical growth is slower, possibly to save more energy for the developing brain. Conversely, when physical growth is faster, brain development is slower, which may come as no surprise to parents of teenagers. Number 8. Your brain is greedy. Your brain might account for only 3% of your body weight, but it receives about 30% of the blood being pumped by your heart. This shows how much attention and support it requires in comparison to other seemingly important areas of your body. The brain is like a spoiled and demanding child, but it's extremely smart and efficient. It takes the brain about 1/10,000th of a second to respond to something and generate an action. Number 7. Brain waves are even more active while you're dreaming. When you're fast asleep, you might think that your brain is shut off, but it's actually doing a whole lot more than when you're walking, talking, eating, and thinking. When awake, people utilize alpha and beta waves, which gives us day wakefulness. Sleep, however, especially in the initial stages, uses theta activity, which is greater in amplitude than beta. Number 6. Your brain is smaller than your ancestors. This might be one of the scariest of these brain facts when you really think about it. But paleoanthropological research suggests that our brains are shrinking. Skeletal evidence from every inhabited continent backs up this theory. Some scientists suggest that this may be related to the fact that the average body size of humans has also shrunk in size over the last 100,000 years. A larger body requires a larger nervous system, so as our bodies grew smaller, so did our brains in response. If you are enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. Number 5. When you're awake, your brain produces enough electricity to power a small light bulb. According to computer scientists at Stanford University, a robot with a processor that is virtually as intelligent as a human brain would need at least 10 megawatts of electricity to work properly. Neurons in the brain do make enough electricity to run a light bulb. 100 billions of cells generate this amount of energy, and the brain works fast too, so fast that it is speedier than the world's greatest computer. The information going to your brain from your arms and legs travels at 150 miles per hour. I can tell that you are shocked by these facts. Get ready because it's about to get a whole lot more interesting. Number 4. The brain itself can't feel pain. Ever wonder how the brain surgeons are able to perform surgeries on patients while they're awake? Even though the brain has layers of coverings and blood vessels that contain pain receptors, the brain itself has zero. When a person has a headache, for example, it's often thought of as pain stemming from the brain, but this is actually not the case. The muscles and skin surrounding the brain, however, can feel pain. Number 3. Your brain is mostly fat. Don't get offended here because it's the same for everybody. Your thinking cap is the fattiest organ in your body, consisting of a minimum of 60% fat. Accept the reality, actual reality. This is why your diet rich in healthy fats, such as omega-3s and omega-6s, is vital for brain and overall body health. Fat destabilizes the cell walls in the brain and carries, absorbs and stores fat-soluble vitamins in your bloodstream. It also reduces inflammation and helps the immune system regulate and function properly. Number 2. Your brain activity is as unique as your fingerprints. Research published in the journal Nature Neuroscience suggests that the person's brain activity may be as unique as their own fingerprints. To reach their conclusion, scientists use functional magnetic resonance imaging to create connectivity profiles, which allowed the researchers to identify the brain activity of more than 100 individuals. Learning about individual brain connections offered scientists specific insights on an individual's intelligence or personality. This could have implications for how scanning brains might be used in the future to one day help individualize care for each unique person. Number 1. Your brain storage capacity is virtually unlimited. There is no such thing as knowing too much or learning so much that you can't retain any more information, although it can certainly feel that way after sitting through a long board meeting. Your brain doesn't get used up like the data storage in your computer or smartphone. There is endless brain power, although a lack of sleep can affect your brain's ability to create more. Which extraordinary fact did you not know about the brain? Leave your answers in the comment section down below, and also don't forget to try the challenge from the start of the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to see more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.